Motivation is loud. Discipline is quiet. Motivation shows up with energy, excitement, and big promises. Discipline shows up when the alarm rings, when you feel tired, when nobody is watching, and when quitting would be easier. That is the difference. And if you have ever wondered why some people keep winning long after the hype fades, this is why. They are not always more inspired than you. They are more committed than you. That truth matters because a lot of people build their lives on feelings. They wait to feel ready. They wait to feel confident. They wait to feel motivated. And while they wait, time keeps moving. Goals don't disappear just because you feel off. Bills don't disappear. Deadlines don't disappear. Your future does not pause for your mood. So let's talk about the real problem. Most people think discipline is something you either have or you don't. That is not true. Discipline is built. It is trained. It is practiced in small moments that seem too ordinary to matter. And that is exactly why it works. Because the people who succeed are not always the most talented. They are the ones who keep showing up after the excitement is gone. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. It is affected by sleep, stress, distractions, failure, and even the weather. If your progress depends on motivation alone, your results will always be unstable. Some days you will move. Some days you will stall. And the gap between who you are and who you want to become will keep growing. But there is a better way. The shift is simple but powerful. Stop asking, "Do I feel like doing this?" Start asking, "What does the person I want to become do next?" That question changes everything. Because discipline is not about forcing yourself to be perfect. It is about reducing the number of decisions you have to make. It is about building systems that carry you when your energy is low. It is about making progress a habit, not a mood. And that leads to the first lesson: make the start small. A lot of people fail because they make discipline feel huge. They think they need a perfect morning routine, a full workout, 3 hours of deep work, and a completely transformed life by next Monday. That pressure kills momentum. Instead, start with something so small you cannot talk yourself out of it. 5 push-ups, 10 minutes of reading, 1 focused work block, 1 healthy meal, 1 honest conversation. Small actions build trust with yourself. And once you trust yourself, discipline gets easier. The second lesson is this: protect your energy before you try to protect your goals. If your day is full of noise, your focus will break. If your phone controls your attention, your willpower will drain. If you let everyone else set your schedule, your priorities will disappear. Discipline grows in protected space. That means fewer distractions, clear boundaries, simple routines, a cleaner environment. You do not need a perfect life. You need fewer leaks. Here is a powerful truth many people miss. You do not rise to your intentions. You fall to your environment, so look around. What is helping you stay focused? What is pulling you off track? Your habits are not only about effort, they are about design. The third lesson is this: consistency beats intensity. Intense bursts look impressive. They feel good. But they are not enough. Real change comes from repeated action. The person who trains hard for 1 week and disappears for a month does not beat the person who shows up steadily for a year. The person who works with calm focus every day usually outlasts the person who relies on random bursts of energy. And this is where mental toughness begins to show up. Mental toughness is not about pretending things are easy. It is about staying steady when things are hard. It is about not turning one bad day into a bad week. It is about being disappointed without becoming defeated. Everyone faces setbacks. Everyone loses momentum sometimes. The difference is what happens next. Do you stop or do you reset? That question matters because one of the biggest enemies of discipline is shame. You miss a workout and suddenly you think, I blew it. You fall behind and suddenly you think, I'm not built for this. That is not truth. That is fear wearing your voice. A disciplined person does not let one mistake become an identity. They learn, they adjust, they continue. Now here is the breakthrough. The strongest people are not the ones who never struggle. They are the ones who no longer negotiate with every feeling. They understand that feelings are real, but feelings are not in charge. They can be tired and still take action. They can be stressed and still stay focused. They can be discouraged and still move forward. That is freedom. Because when discipline takes over, your life stops depending on perfect conditions. You stop waiting for confidence to arrive before you act. You create confidence by acting. You stop waiting to feel ready. You become ready by doing the work. You stop chasing the version of you that exists in your head, and you start building the version of you that survives in reality. That is how confidence grows. That is how resilience grows. That is how success is built. Not in one dramatic moment, in ordinary decisions, in quiet repetition. In the moments when no one is clapping, no one is watching, and you choose to keep going anyway. So if you want a better life, do not rely on motivation to save you. Respect it when it comes, but do not depend on it. Build discipline like your future depends on it because it does. Start small. Stay consistent. Protect your focus. Reset fast. Keep your promises to yourself. And when life gets difficult, remember this. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you moving. That is how you win. That is how you grow. That is how you become unshakable.